I've just completed cycle 2 of TC chemotherapy. The cycle followed a somewhat similar pattern to the first one. The first few days after infusion were the hardest, especially days 2 through 5. Then things gradually improved, and by around day 10 to 14, I started feeling more like myself again. Before I started chemo, my nurse practitioner told me that diarrhea is one of the most common side effects of this regimen. Interestingly, that really hasn't been an issue for me, but in both cycles so far, I've had a few days of pretty intense digestive pain. There were moments when I thought, wait a sec, I have breast cancer, but somehow it feels more like colon cancer to me. This cycle, the GI pain started early around day 2 and lasted for several days. It didn't help that I kind of got tired of eating bland food, so I ended up eating some of the same things my family was eating, and that didn't go very well. I realized that making a conscious effort to eat enough protein during chemo already takes work. And when GI discomfort is added on top of that, it becomes even more complicated. But just like my oncologist told me, it's a bit like running small experiments. Each cycle, I learn more about what works for my body and what doesn't. I also noticed a few other things this cycle. My throat felt sore and sensitive for several days. It almost felt like I was coming down with something, but I never actually got sick. Also, some of my fingernails started turning darker, although my toenails haven't been affected so far. And overall, my energy came and went. The early days were pretty rough, but later in the cycle, I was able to get back to walking regularly and even had some light activity. This cycle really reinforced a few things for me. Being consistent with diet, even when I'm tired of it, makes a huge difference. Simple, gentle foods and staying on top of protein intake help support my recovery. And I'm learning to listen to my body more instead of trying to push through everything. I think the biggest difference this cycle was mental. I was not as anxious, but I was more aware of how hard certain days could be. At the same time, I also knew that better days would come because I had already experienced that in cycle 1. Cycle 2 is complete. Now on to cycle 3.